Well, I'm doing something different today, aren't I? Look, I have paper. Minna and welcome. My name is Yuusha Anime and welcome. I just want to say to you guys, thank you for helping me hit 600 subscribers. So, what I want to do for you guys today is to do something a little different. Well, as you guys may already know, when I first started this channel, I'd done top lists. So, so this one's going to be a top list as well. It's going to be my top 10 underrated anime that you should try out. My paper just fell down. Oh god, professional start here. And unlike my other ones, I'm not going to include videos or anything like that because I don't want to risk of copyright again. I'd rather verbally say it and don't expect too much from me in the images. I can't edit for anything. Most of the stuff I do is always raw footage, so you're gonna have to bear with me in that one anyway. But if you guys are still here and you don't mind me babbling on like a moron, let's start with the list, shall we? So, my first anime that is underrated is an anime called Aishiteru Ze Baby, or I Love You Baby. And this anime is actually based around a boy named Kippei who was in high school, and let's just say he's a total playboy, right? And responsibility is the last thing in his mind. But one day, that has to all change for him as a young girl, which is his cousin by the name of Yuzu, who is 5 years old, has apparently been abandoned by her mother. And it's about how Kippei has to adapt his daily life around his school life and Yuzu to actually make him be responsible. If I'm honest, I wouldn't recommend it for everyone. It is a shoujo anime and the art style is a bit different from what you would expect. And in honesty, the voice sort of acting isn't that great, but it's still a great show. And if that's sort of your dig, have a go at it. It's quite dramatic as well, so expect a few feels along the way. And my second anime now is Kimi to Boku, or You and Me. And this anime focuses on 14 teenagers. A pair of twins named Yuki and Yuka, who are Yuki and Yuka Asaba. Their friend oh god, these names are so hard to read. Matsuoka. There we go, I think I read it. Matsuoka. Who, let's just say, looks like a girl he does a bit, so trap alert. And finally, the more intelligent of the bunch, Kaname Sukahara. And it's about how they get on in their daily lives, as well as the same time their childhood friend, Chizuru Tachibana, is a boy by the way, don't get confused. It's these five guys, and how they get in their daily life after spending a majority of their life together with each other. Now, anime number 3. You ready for this? Selector Infected Witchcross. Now, this anime, oh man, I didn't think much of it at first. Let's just say that. And this anime actually focuses on a card game called Wixos, which can contain special cards that are known as Elric cards, and how these individuals who open these cards, mostly teenagers, actually have the chance to draw an Elric card, which is a card which has their own pure will and has the ability to teleport that individual into card battles, which are used to fight other. Oh my god. Oh man, I'm so professional. Had to fight other Elric card holders. And this is when the story of Ruko Kominato, I think that's how her name is. The one catch is, the more battles you win, the more closer you are to granting whatever wish you desire. Let's just say that's only a small portion of the anime. It is pretty dark, so if you have the patience to watch something that's quite psychological, even though it's a bit of a card game anime, give it a shot at least. Or if you're a fan of Madoka Magica, then definitely try and give it a shot. Now this one's going to be quite unusual for me. My number 4 for this list is Nobunaga Concerto. Yeah, I chose the samurai anime. and the history one as well. I really rarely watch these. I think this is one of the only 3 that I've actually watched that are historical. And this anime focuses around a teenager called Saburo. And it's about how he's flung in time after falling off of the roof of his school into the, let me see it, the Sengoku era. And how he also meets Oda Nobunaga, one of the greatest warlords of all time in Japan, if that's the right word I use there. And it's about how Nobunaga actually asks him to take his place in the time that he's ill. And he is given a full chance to become Oda Nobunaga of history. So, yeah. Let's see how that goes as well. So I won't really recommend it for anyone. The art style is really unique compared to, compared to other anime. So if you're interested, give it a shot. It is probably one of the only ones I actually enjoyed that are actually historical and samurai. So if that's your stuff, dig in it. That's all I had to say. Number 5 is Gyakyo Burai Keiji, or Kaiji Ultimate Survivor. Now this anime is personally one of my favourites. It's about a man called Ito Kaiji who used to binge gamble and was also a loiterer who stole what they called hubcaps. That's it. He stole hubcaps, and it's about how he also accepts a shady deal from one of the debt collectors that's after him on going on a cruise ship in an underground casino. Now, the only problem with this is that it actually starts Ito Kaiji's despair into hell, where he has to find the cheats and deceit through the games that he's going through in order to survive the hellhole, which is the underground gambling world, and clear himself of his massive debt, which is, I will say, is very, very high. Oh, God. So that one I would definitely recommend. The art style's a bit funny, so it's not for everyone. I'll admit that now, it's not for everyone, but if you're still interested in it, give it a shot, because I'd say it's a good old watch if you like a good old thriller. That's what I say. Now, number 6 is Baby Steps. Yeah, sports one as well. I'm going to all categories in this one. Now, Baby Steps is actually focuses on Ichiro Maru, who decided to actually exercise one day because he feared that he was getting in poor health. And when he was doing this, he discovered a flyer on the wall in his school about tennis, so he thought he'd take it up. And that's also how he also developed his new love for tennis, as well as a fancy for a girl in there called, what was her name again? Natsu Takasaki. And let me just say, so far, I'd recommend it. I mean, if you're looking at it for the romance part, it will take some time for you to get to the romance sort of part in the anime. But however, I would not still let it slide by. I'd say it's a pretty good sports anime, and not one to miss out on if you love sports animes. Also, I need to still watch it. I haven't finished all of the second season yet. Oh God. And now this one, not a lot of people have really watched it, I guess, but it's also another one of my favourites. Get ready, it's a long name, alright? Get ready. Tohai Densetsu Akaki. Yami no Mariorita Tensai. I think I butchered the end there. Hold on, let me say that. Mariorita Tensai. There we go. Said it right. And this is about when a man called Nongo, I think his name is, who is in debt of about 3 million yen with Mafia. And he is playing a game of Mahjong with them, and it's about how he tries to clear his debt in that night. However, in the middle of the night, a young man called Shigeru Akagi, who's running for the police, decides to hide in their bar, and Nongo actually gives him the opportunity to play with his money on the line, and how it begins Akagi's legend as one of the best gamblers and mahjong players in the world. It is, if I must say, it is by the same makers as well, by the makers of Gyakyo Burai Keiji. But if you like Gyakyo Burai Keiji, definitely go for it. I would recommend it highly, because it's by the same maker, similar animation style, and also one kick-ass thriller. I enjoyed it to the full. Now, number 8, I'm going for a josei here. So I don't watch a lot of josei, so this one is pretty well known, I guess, but I think it's still a bit underrated. It's called Usagi Drop, or Bunny Drop in English, and it's about a man, a 30-year-old, I think he's 30 years old, Daikichi, whose grandfather passed away, and it's about how he discovers that he had an illegitimate child with an unknown mother. and the young girl, Kagarin, is her name, is taken in by Daikichi into his daily life, where what was his family were kind of against it, or in fear of being embarrassed or anything, which is, if I'm honest, a little bit pathetic. But overall, if you like slice of life and josei anime, go for it. I mean, it is probably one of the more relaxing animes I've watched. So if you like a good relaxing anime that has a sweet story, watch that one. It'll make you have butterflies in your tummy. And now number 9, one of my personal favourite anime, of course, Rainbow, Nisho Rokubo no Shinjinin, or Rainbow, The Prisoners of Cell Block 26, if I remember correctly. And it's about these 7 teenagers. These 7 teenagers live together in Shio, one of the toughest prisons in all of Japan in the 1950s. And it's about how they go through all the humiliation and suffering and how they aspire. Really how they fight for their dreams and try to get to where they want to through the hell of life in prison. And I must say, guys, if you have not watched it, watch it, please, because that is probably in my top 10 anime still as of today, even though I last watched it about a year and a half ago. I need to rewatch it and see exactly what happens again, because it's been so long. And I probably will actually do that now. I'll probably find it up and find it later on. I will. I most certainly will. Oh yeah, guys, time for my number 10. And of course, I can't end this without an ecchi, considering the stuff I do, can I? So my ecchi anime for you guys is Mashiro Iro Symphony, The Color of Lovers. Oh my, this is probably one of the more dramatic sort of ecchi that I watched. I've got to admit, it was brilliant. But first off, before I actually say anything complimenting it, I'll get into the description, shall I? Anyway, so it's about a merge of 2 schools that are going to like come together. And it's about how this student, Shingo, is actually volunteered to go into the girls' school, which is, let's just say, very high class, like very, very high class for most students. And it's how it becomes a test subject, as a sample, like sort of like I do in Princess of Angeal. Like, I'm the sample to co-ed school. It's sort of like a similar sort of principle to that. And it's about how he is, subject for like joining together this school into one, and how he copes. Oh god, let's just say it's pretty enjoyable. I mean, personally myself, I enjoyed it. It's an ecchi harem, and I know it had I know it was a visual novel of it originally as well. Personally, I haven't played it, so I can't really criticise it so much. All I know is it was pretty long and some people weren't happy with it. Me myself, even though I haven't played the visual novel, I pretty much enjoyed it. I would say it was one of those rare ones that I enjoyed. And anyway guys, that is my top 10 ecchi anime, and I'm sorry if I can't add any special effects here and there. I can't do that. I just can't. I don't have the tech to do that. As I said before, I only have possibly them written down somewhere along here so you guys can actually see it. Because that'll be where I'll be writing the names at least, or I probably already have. And if so, I'll put a dumb notice up there. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed my top 10 underrated list. I know that it was a bit different from my other ones. I want to avoid copyright as much as possible because I've already had a couple strikes on it, and in the past that was the reason why I stopped, really. So it's nice to do this for a change. So hopefully guys, I hope you enjoyed this video anyway. Well, I've got to go now, so guys, all I've got to say now is thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you want any more from me, and I'll see you in my next video. Solid shot, guys. Hope you're enjoying my various shows I've given you for my 600 subscriber special.